we're finally done with January and already facing a ton of new games in the new month. February is going to be as packed this time, if not even more. Now to show what we're dealing with this month, here's almost 20 new games we just had hands on in the new month. You should definitely try at some point on your Android and iOS devices as well. First things first, God's Raid finally came out of its early access phase globally today. After its alphas and betas for like almost 2 years now, the game is insanely well made, right now rated a 5 out of 5 on the Play Store, coming from a team of really good developers of role-playing and MMO games. Their new attempt over here as an RPG and an idle, the game is so well made, I could say it's almost right up there in quality with games as big as Raid Shadow Legends, although sits with the backdrop of the Norse mythology.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way.
Possibly the first of its own kind. Rated a 5 out of 5, just the same, with less than 1,000 downloads on the Play Store only. If you missed out over here, we've got a VR, a virtual reality, first-person adventure shooting game going by the name Gun Raiders. The game is an absolute banger in replay, has social communication options, over 100 different stages to play through, offline or online, and the whole thing's not even a gigabyte in total. Play this one if you like what you see. Said to be common. In fact, in development for consoles and PCs, we've got over here since a couple of days ago a noir-style black and white first-person shooter where you play as a titular Mickey Mouse, simply going by the name Retro Shooter. Now you get a nice variety of interesting guns to shoot with, and not only that, but get to kick doors and a clunky, fun little gameplay. It's a free game, is what I'm saying. It's offline and about 200 megabytes in total, so why not? With 100,000 downloads since a few days ago, a 3.7 though out of 5, not fair even slightly for what the game has to offer. We've got here a car parking sim, BMW car parking sim, just a parking sim in which you get to move car of a matter no vehicle ever should, and challenge yourself as hard as you can. I mean it. It's a great game, amazing graphics, the obstacles are fun, lengthy gameplay, and the whole thing's even playable offline if you desire. Coming at number 5, we've got another idle RPG dope here, a developer's first work going by the name Kingdom Civil War. Now, I don't know if it's legit, but the game's Play Store page says this is Kingdom Under Fire. The first came out on Xbox and PCs, which is now ported to Android utilizing Unreal Engine, just as much detailed characters and very unique battlefields so you can fight over. The game is basically a chessboard style auto battler with really well designs. It's a Korean style. I mentioned this one in another video last week. In case you missed it, Z Alert came out globally and it's now sitting on the Play Store with over 100,000 downloads in just a week. The game's a shmup. It's a roguelike RPG, halfway an alien shooter in gameplay, another half you could say a vampire survival. It's really well made though. Easy to get the hang of, or tons of guns to buy and upgrade. It's even playable offline. And if I had to choose one of the games in the list to be the most addictive, it definitely is Z Alert. Coming from the same team behind the original Frostpunk, in case you missed out its original announcement, the mobile version over here, Beyond the Ice, is now available in early access on Android and iOS since yesterday, and already playable globally. The game is a society survival building and management sim. It's actually from the same developers of the famous game This War of Mine. Free game over here, about 2 gigabytes in size and ranked as the number 10 best survival game on the Apple Store. Sitting on the Apple Store since yesterday, Death Stranding just made it over successfully for $20 and 77 gigabytes of storage. You'll be able to give this one a shot on your iPhone 15 right now. The game is not only graphically compromised, it's now touchscreen support, play iCloud saving editions, and play on the go if that's what you've ever wanted. The only thing I'd like to add to what I just said is that if you haven't already played Death Stranding on your PC or your consoles, it might as well be the best open world game I've ever played. Not only an open world game, it's a stealth-based, story-driven open world game, but one of a kind. Available on Android and iOS at number 9, we've got here Power Lost. Reason Power Lost is in the list here is the game was awarded recently and wholly playable offline now in every region. The game is a absolute banger in every conceivable way if you're looking for a good action RPG like Diablo. What's crazy is it's actually coming from a solo developer and offers a higher in quality game than anything Blizzard ever released on mobiles. 100 out of 10, the game is about 1.5 GB and is rated 4.5. Play it if you'd like to play something offline. Number 10, we've got over here once again One Punch Man World, the single biggest game released within 2024 and now officially available on both stores and out of its preparation phase. I mean, you know what happened with the Devil May Cry that was released recently? The game came out and then was available a couple days later. One Punch Man World is now actually available. It's a brand new open world, in case you missed it, action adventure fighting game, playable online though, and it's not 4 GB but 9 GB in size. Totally free to play game. Accompanying the release, we got some more in-game footage trailer. For those of you who missed it, the game is a gem.
この事件を解決すれば吹雪組の株もさらに上がるわね。めんどくさいわね。地獄嵐。
醜いもの存在する価値は逃げても無駄だ。生かす価値すらない。死んで償え。とどめだ。己を磨き続ける。明日の俺は今日よりもっと強くなる。
俺はシーゲージの実験のために来ただけだ。これこそ俺の求めていた最強の力だ。弱すぎる。待った恐れる。進化の家最強戦力の俺を
Rated as the number 4 highest rated and most well received turn-based RPG of 2024 so far since last week. If you missed it, we've got over here Caves of Lore, which is now on Android and iOS for the price of $9. It's just an honorable mention over here. The game is possibly the most solid CRPG with real depth and a very good pixel art style to kick off some nostalgia vibes. Great story, even better mechanics, on top of a 20-hour plus replay. I give it a 20 out of 10 if I could, and that's not what you want. There's a couple of really good honorable mentions I really hope you will enjoy.
Gear up your champions. Slay enemies and challenge bosses. Light up the dark.